What's good, guys? Welcome back. Day 2 on the giant dishwasher. So today we're going to get the final connections made at either end, do all the joints. We've got a little bit of tube left to do as well, and then connect it all up to the motor control panel. So yeah, it should be an easier day today. Hopefully we get it all done. Hopefully I can show you some stainless tube getting bent and threaded and stuff as well. And yeah, some BMS connections and stuff like that too. As always, guys, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Insta, make sure you follow, make sure you're subscribed, smash the like button, and yeah, let's get into it. Right, so this is one of the door actuator cables here. This was reduced down to 25, sorry, this was reduced down to 20 mil. So now we're going to redo it in 25, down, across to that door actuator, that little red box in there. This is structural, so I don't know how we're either going to have to try and tap through it, which has been done, or just get it welded on by the welder that's here. But either way, we've got to get that tube down, get a couple of saddles on. I'm going to have to do a stop here. Not a stop, I'm going to have to do a 90 box here because this is all staying, so I won't be able to thread on a 90. You can't have any runners because it's stainless. So yeah, going to have to do a 90, come along, and then at the end we'll just have a spout and some flexible rubberized metal Copex up to the actuator. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with that now. Right, so I've just pressed this bit of tube up, threaded at either end. I'm going to remove these saddles so that we can peel this off, and then yeah, I'll get this bit threaded into there. These are the saddles that we've been using, hospital saddles, but look at them, proper work of art them, man. Real nice looking, proper steampunk, aren't they? But yeah, completely stainless, they look sweet, and you just got to account for that sort of 10-11 mil when you're setting your tubes. But yeah, nice proper saddles them. So because of the thickness of the steel, it's just not worth the time or the drill bits to try and get through it. There's a welder here who's going to spot weld these onto the chassis of the washing machine. Just saves us trying to get a fix in, basically, wasting time when he'll, do you know what I mean, spot weld them in a matter of minutes, and it will probably be a better fix in than us just drilling hole after hole trying to get a decent tap in the side of this framework. So yeah, I'll try and get some footage of him welding, and then can't really do much until these are up. I'm going to mark them all out, he can spot weld them, I'm going to prep the rest of the tube, and then I'll just have to wait for these to get all welded basically until I can finish the tube. But yeah, right, so I'm just clearing this up with a wire brush. stainless steel wire brush so that you can get a decent weld on it. Down a bit, mate. Right, so these have just been spot welded on, like so. Another one up there. So yeah, now I'm just going to, I did plan to set into it, but it would have been too tight for the Copex, so now we're just going to have a box like so, and then yeah, a bit of Anaconda Copex coming out of there with a reducer, 20mm out of there into it. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Right, so tube's done, cables into here. I've just got to remove this actuator and then get the cable up. It's super tight, I haven't got a lot of play, so I want to get this completely off so I can get this 7/4 stripped and presented through there, ready to be terminated by the BMS guy. So change of plan, Ryan's going to finish that off now. Me and Steve are going to start on the controls at this end. Right, so we're back after just having some brekkie. I'm just building up these switches here. So yeah, we've got normally opened, normally closed for the start stops and the e-stops. Just going to bolt them all into these carcasses, get them all prepped, and then me and the BMS guy are going to run through all of these numbers because they're indented their end to match these BMS drawings. Obviously our cores are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So we're going to indent our cores up to marry up with the BMS ones. There's also several connections that are missing the indents, so we're going to identify them, indent them up so that they're clear as day as well. So yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of time lapse of me building these up really, and then we'll start cracking on with some connections and belling out and what have you. Right, so these are the contact switches that we're making up. So like I said, we're going to have a stop button, we're going to have a start button, and then we're also going to have an e-stop integrated into that. We're using the existing e-stops just because unfortunately the company that we're working for, the new e-stops they provided don't have the bracketry to suit 3 contact switches as these ones do. So we've had it all okayed, we're just going to tidy these existing ones up and use these. So if you haven't seen one of these put together before, it's just a case of putting the switch through. You'll align that nice and straight so that you can get the mount-in bracket aligned the way you want it to. You're going to get a lock ring on there like so. Twisted up, that's just going to secure that. These are actually better switches to be honest with you, but the TC ones are also nice. Just get this tightened up. Job's a good one. So this is just very similar to like a dim rail system. It just sort of clips on like so, and then it's not going nowhere. And then if you ever wanted to remove it, there's just a little lever in there, like I say, very similar to a circuit breaker, that just lifts that and allows that to come off of that system. So now we've got the bigger switch in the middle in, we'll now move on with the smaller switches. So you just want to push these through, and then these brackets are a lot nicer, but you can't have this configuration, you can only have 2 sets of contacts on. So you just want to line it up like so, then these sort of twist and threads that they can't come out, and then you simply do up these screws, grub screws, that then just force the bracket away from the casing nice and tight and stop that bracket moving about. So then as you can see, that button's not going anywhere, pushes in, and it's just ready for the contact switch to be put on there. Like I said, that one had to be put in first just because you'd never get to that lock ring, but again, that's just nice and tight. So then to get a contact on, I've actually used the wrong bracket here, so I'll just unscrew this. So yeah, for the stop buttons we're using normally closed contacts, so nice and colour coded, so it makes it easy. I say it makes it easy, it's still pretty confusing when you're trying to work out the switching configurations regardless of what colour they are, but I guess it's good for easy identification. And then yeah, we're using normally open contacts for the start buttons, so just grab a green button. Here you are. So again, these grub screws need loosening most of the time, to be honest with you. Loosen them off. And then lay that in there ready. That goes in. Twists round so you can see it sort of twisting in like so. So yeah, twist it in so it's locked in, and then yeah, just tighten up the grub screws again. And then same as last time, it's just a case of putting the contact switch on and screwing it into the thread. Like so, and there you have it. So you've got your start, you've got your stop, and then you've got your e-stop, which will just kill everything. So yeah, this one's prepared, just making up the last one, and then yeah, we'll start getting the connections figured out, and then start getting these connected up. Right, so Ryan's just finishing off the actuator there. This isolator's been remounted, that's ready to be jointed. We're going to jump on that in a sec. This is this stainless we've ran in. These just need to be stripped, prepared there. Steve-O is in the 2 middle bays. He's just getting them both stripped and prepped, ready for the final connections. And then I believe this side has been stripped and prepped, ready for the final connections as well. So yeah, as you can see, stainless all in, looking sweet, and just set round, and then in there. Trunk inlet's MIA at the minute, but to be honest, that's the people who look after the machine's problem. We've done, you know, the best we can with yeah, what we've had to do. All those old BMS connections can be disconnected at the other end. They're just going to be left redundant in there. We've literally replaced all of the cores, so yeah, not needed. But yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. We're going to like I say, get these all stripped and prepped, and then yeah, start making them off.
No, not my one, you somewhere.
Right, so the BMS guys just connecting up the 2 actuator switches. I've just indented all of them cables in the joint box from yesterday that weren't marked up, so I'll just go show you that now. I'll also show you the applicator tool if you haven't seen that before. And then yeah, me and Steve, who's the South African BMS guru, are going to start going through and connecting it all up. We're probably going to do like these ends first, and then we can just make sure whatever we've done there correlates with our joint box. I'll also show you. So these have all been indented up now. You always read away from the terminal, just if you didn't know that. So yeah, they've been indented up. We've got a couple of links because where we're adding in some stop buttons, they need to be in series. So that common will go down to 1 stop back, then that will link through and become the common for a secondary stop, and then come back to that connection which goes back to the panel and obviously tells it to stop. So yeah, we've had to do that on both sets of bays because we're adding in 2 stops, one for this, one for that one. So yeah, that should all be sweet. If you haven't seen this before, this is an applicator tool. So you just pick whatever you want, slide it on, and then you put your cable in the end there. That's hollowed out, so you put the end of the cable within it and just slide these all the way on like so, and then obviously they'll slide off and onto the cable. It does proper stretch them out if you keep them on there for too long. So I don't actually rate the tool, however in a place like this where you don't want to be dropping them and you've got to take your time, it's handy. But if you're building a panel, I probably feel like it takes too long, and it's a lot of sort of farting around really. But yeah, it does work and it's a handy tool to have, especially in this sort of situation. But yeah, that's it really. Comes in a nice little clip in the box there, and then yeah, just holds on there. Always goes missing. The other thing with the cable craft boxes is they always break here every single time, or these snap. So yeah, but yeah, really good indents. I wouldn't get them from anywhere else. Right, so it's all a bit of a mad rush because it's like 3 o'clock on a Sunday, but most of the isolators are put away. I'm just going to start stripping these and doing the joints up there, and then yeah, hopefully this geezer over here will be ready to power on and make sure all of this stuff's sort of working. So yeah. Right, all the connections have been put away. Haven't got much footage because it's like 3:30 on a Sunday and we're just trying to crack on. But yeah, we're just getting all these isolators on, making sure all these stops are out on all 4 lanes. Steve's just energizing the BMS panel now. All the joints have been done in there. Fingers crossed it should, well, I'm pretty confident, 100% confident it's going to work, just because of the wiring that we've done and the connections that we've made have been 100%. But yeah, until it actually runs and runs properly, you're not 100% sure. So yeah, just going to try and get a clip of it running, and then yeah, that'll be it for this one. Right, so that is us all done for today. It's about 3:45 on a Sunday. The machine's just been up and running. I really wanted to get a clip of it running, but we were just all running around making sure everything was sweet, so I didn't really get a chance to. But yeah, the 4 stop start buttons, obviously 2 new, 2 existing, have been rewired, redone in stainless, and they're all sweet. And then yeah, the 4 emergency stop buttons have been integrated into those same buttons again. So yeah, that's all done, all running, working a treat. So yeah, pretty happy with it. I mean, this machine's absolutely mad. So yeah, to be working on something like this is pretty cool. South African Steve's been in here all day working his magic. The 2 door contacts rewired. He can't seem to get working this end. so they've just been linked out. He's going to sort that out later. But yeah, they're all in, redone in stainless, same as the other end, and yeah, all on and working, so really happy. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please make sure you're subscribed or you're following, whatever you're watching this on. Give it a like, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.